Before we start talking about what happens when the houses increase in price or decrease in price, let's take a look at the demand curve. The demand curve reflects the choices of the main households in the economy. When the prices decrease, the quantity demand increases. After all, the house is getting cheaper. Overall, this has a large effect on the amount of people that buy the houses, because when the prices decrease a lot in the whole economy, many people will try to buy a new house. However, when they increase, people will also try to sell their own houses. This way, people take advantages of the fluctuations in price. Basically, a demand curve shows when people want to buy a house. So at a certain price, a certain amount of people will want to buy a house. This is called the law of demand, and has two effects. Firstly, the price of a good or service decreases. People who didn't buy it before will buy it now. Or secondly, when the price of a product or service decreases, people who are already buying the product will buy a larger quantity. In the house market, the first effect is applied, because people do not often need more than one house, but when the prices of all houses decrease, people will want to move into a larger house with the characteristics that they want. Of course, some people will have many houses, but these are the rich minority. For other goods like chocolate bars, sneakers, or t-shirts, the second effect is applied. The price decreases and more people will want to buy it, which means the quantity that they buy increases. However, the demand curve is very abstract. When you draw a demand curve, you leave out all the other aspects that you don't look at. You keep them fixed, like the income, the price of other goods, and the taste of households. Basically, everything else that could influence a buy is taken away and made fixed. So when these things change, there's a shift in the demand curve. A leftward shift in the demand curve for households can be caused by several factors. For example, a decrease in the income of the demanders on the market, or the demanders having concerns about the future and the health of the economy, or an increase in interest rates for mortgages, or finally, there could also be a change in the social taste for buying a house, and that it's no longer a social status. A rightward shift means that there's more demanders for the same price. This can also have many factors, like for example, the increase of income for the demanders, like a permanent raise, or a sum of money, like a heritage. People will want to buy a house more eagerly if they have enough money to pay it off quickly. People who start families will also tend to buy a new house to raise their family. This could also have an effect when there's a shift in population in the amount of people starting a family. People will take advantages of these shifts and of the prices of the house market to find an ideal way to find a house that fits their characteristics. Finally, a variable that hugely influences the demand of real estate is the demographic variable, which is the population of the country. When there is an increase in population, there is a higher demand for real estate. When the population stops growing or decreases, the demand for real estate stops or drops. This is oversimplified, but it is a concept that plays a large role in the demand for real estate. We hope you learned a lot from our presentation, and thank you for watching.